more manpower, the durability of the items when they're being handled, the barcodes falling off, it run into different problems. If we just use the barcode shelves themselves, it works off the current system. It's a one-time thing, it's a one-time cost. You simply slap a barcode on the shelf and it allows you to scan, like in the video, and simply count the item there and input them in, which in turn goes back to the Access database. As you can see in the picture again, we're going to implement the first phase of the BSI system by converting over the current shelving system to a barcode and allowing it to be scanned and printing the barcodes off and putting them on the existing shelves. Phase 2 would be purchasing of the guns. After that, we would implement the web application and database, and then the training of employees. It's a very simplified process that we're trying to just push through, and it would take less time and money than currently what they're doing.
I want to present our application. It's an improved process of basically a simple application for management inventory. So it has the option to search item from inside database, this outside database for looking for reference numbers. I guess so. How it works? So it just pulls data about item description, manufacturer from the database. We can create a new location. And because I'm going to enter this and make a new entry. This application has two options: to update existing item or make a new entry. New entry button has update options too, just in case if somebody just forgot it's going to be a list of items and didn't see it, and to avoid double entry. The entry button is going to check it against if it exists in database, and if it exists, it's just going to make an update function.
And basically what we're looking at here is it's the application which allows you to check the inventory from any place, whether it be on location or off location, and it allows you to see what is at a certain spot in the hospital, such as a certain operating room, and you can allow you to update the inventory as it goes along and see what you're low on. The pros and cons of the system are the organization, and what we want to focus on really is the reduction in processing time. A main problem the company has now is that the process takes a large amount of time. It's a two-person job. One person enters, one person counts, and you're going back and forth. With this, we can look at cutting that processing time in half. It's easy to implement, user-friendly, low cost. The staff reduction is a main point we want to focus on. We're turning a two-person job into a one-person job by implementing IT. The scan guns themselves are a laptop, and it's a referencing all built into one. So as you scan a shelf, you enter what's there, it goes directly into the Access database. The cons mainly deal with the durability of the scan gun, which has been proven in testing, and the durability of the barcoding system itself. What we want to look at here is the current system versus the CAP system in the BSI. The main focus is that this table right here is how much money is being spent on the system itself within 1 year at one location. And what we're looking at is saving over $100,000 in the current versus the current system in the BSI system in employee costs. And what we're looking at is reducing the cost of employees in half. And that's paying hourly wages by turning two-person teams into one-person teams. And you're looking at spending more money up front to set up, buying the guns, implementing the system. But you're looking at saving and hiring less employees or firing less employees. The benefit to this, where we're looking at saving the money, is the reduction in staff once again, and the reduction in processing time and lost time. As Vladimir told us before, in the company, people are wandering about. There's two-person teams. One person is lackadaisically entering in numbers, and the other one is counting. It's a slow process. We're looking at creating a faster process itself by allowing people to just simply scan and go along. We're going to increase the organization by barcoding the shelves themselves, where people know where every item is. And we're going to look at decreasing costs, whether it's staff or whether it's simply wasted time. Basically, we want to look at all these different advantages that the BSI system is giving the Advantix company, and we're looking at a faster hospital turnover rate versus taking 4 days to turn over a hospital's inventory. We're looking at reducing the process down to 2 to 3 days, possibly reducing it down to 2 days period if we choose to keep our current staff and look at working 20-person teams who are all working together to turn over the hospital rate and get inventory done faster. You're looking at spending less money at a hospital. You're looking at improving customer satisfaction and the clients in the hospitals. You're no longer there in the way as long as you were, and people at the hospital don't have to deal with the company being there, using operating rooms to do the inventory. It's a faster process. It allows for the company to be there with less time and get the job done faster. The conclusion that we have is that it's only logical to try and use this system because we're looking at taking the current system advantages that they have with the labor pool that they're using with student workers, with unskilled labor, and we're looking at taking an easy to implement system, scan guns, and allowing them to take the process that they currently use and reducing the amount of staff and manpower that they need to do the process. And we're looking at trying to take the company and saying that we can use less manpower and produce more efficiency, basically, in the tasks that they do. And that's our presentation. Are there any questions? Oh, Scott.
Did you guys look at RFID control? Or did you look strictly just want to stick with barcode?
Well, we looked at RFID, and basically, if we chose to use an RFID system, we run into the fact of the matter that we have to, whether it's to do every single item there, and then it would be a higher cost, as a matter of fact, using the RFID system. If we chose to use barcodes, it's cheaper, they're easy to replace if something does happen to them, and we don't have to worry about electrical disturbances or anything messing up the current system that it would have. Good question, by the way. Here?
How do you stop people from transferring the barcode? How are you going to track that?
Well, that's a very good question, actually. It's a current problem that they do have, and it's easy to take something off the shelf and put it in the wrong place. So as the inventory process is being done, we would train our workers to simply, if you scan something and there's something there that clearly shouldn't be, to try and relocate it, obviously in its correct location. I don't know, the size of the closets themselves that the inventory is kept in wouldn't allow for something from, a completely different place to somewhere else. It would be a small move, if anything.